So what's going on? What it do? It's your man online, Bill Money, tapping in. This is Streetz Gotta Eat. Thank you for tuning in. If you're here now, I definitely would appreciate it if you go ahead and smash the like on this video. Let's go ahead and get that out the way. Definitely appreciate it. If you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. Share these videos. Check out some of my other content. Check out my other channel, Dirty Laundry Media. The link is in the description. So I'm tapping in with the video here. Caught a live last night with Courtney Kemp, the showrunner on Power Book 2 Ghost. She went live with Larenz Tate, who plays Rashad Tate on the show. They chopped it up about his journey to power, the backstory of how he actually came to play Rashad Tate. It's a very interesting story. I had no idea that he was actually initially slated to play the lawyer. What is the lawyer's name? I can't recall. Forgive me. But the lawyer that Ghost, Ghost turned his water off in the parking deck that day. Drop down in the comments and let me know that brother's name. I don't have time to stop and look it up, but you know who I'm talking about. But yeah, so check it out. Very interesting dialogue. I definitely dig the way Larenz Tate is killing that role as Rashad Tate. Definitely has a little old dog flavor in there. If you ever seen Menace to Society, you know what I'm talking about. So yeah, check it out. Hop down in the comment section, let me know what you think, and yeah, I'll see you on the other side. This is your man Bill Money signing off.
Finally! Oh my god! I was literally like, I'm dying here, and I'm like, okay, so are we gonna get him on or are we not gonna get him on? And then all these people are sending me requests, and I'm like, y'all, can you chill? I'm trying to get Councilman Tate on this.
Yo, let me get in here. CK, Queen.
Hi.
Kemp. Listen,
how are you?
I'm doing well. You look amazing, first and foremost. Oh, I see you representing. Look at the jacket. Okay, I ain't mad at you. Oh, I see you. Okay, I see you. Represent. Sorority up in here. Listen, I'm happy to be here. I'm sorry that you had to start this live all over again because I was thinking about it. I was like, am I messing things up? Hold on. You were not. What's happening is when I'm live, I'm getting like a lot of requests. But what happened this particular time is like it would come up and it was blank. So I don't know. But you're on. You're great, and I'm really excited. And now I'm going to ask you some questions. And I want to ask you as a fan too, because there's a lot of speculation out there. So first of all, first thing is to just give you your flowers about how amazing you are. I had lunch with Daniel Sanjada today, and he and I were just like sort of just fanboying out about how amazing your performance is. But thank you. I love Daniel. Sanjada is a good friend of mine. He and I worked together on Rescue Me years ago, and he's one of my Chicago brothers. I'm so happy that he was able to join our cast of Ghost this season 2. Phenomenal actor and even better person. And I'm mad that I didn't get the invite. Damn it! I thought you were in New York. That's why I was like, it's at 8:15 because I thought you were in New York. But you know what? He's one of my favorite people, and I just gotta say, just so all of your followers will know that Courtney A. Kemp is literally one of my most. What can I say? She's one of my favorite people on the planet. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I love you dearly. You know that. You are phenomenal for all that you have done for not only this cast, but the crew, your writing teams, the people that you have always elevated. I got to give you your flowers. And we talk about this all the time. How like Courtney just keeps elevating people and giving opportunity. It's obviously part of your DNA to pay it forward and to always to lift people up that are around you, and we tip our hats off to you. Thank you. I appreciate you. You're so loved. I appreciate you. First of all, thank you for saying that. That is part of my work in this lifetime.
which is to try to elevate people of color and try to get us in front of and behind the camera. That's definitely part of the work. Part of the work is to help women. Part of the work is to help LGBT folks. Anybody who is not in the mainstream of I want to lift. So that's super important to me. 1, 2, you're one of my favorite people on the planet. And I'm going to tell you guys a behind the scenes thing. Larenz Tate is my dating coach. Okay, so when I'm out here trying to date, Larenz Tate is my dating coach.
So I just want to say this to all the brothers that are trying to holler at Courtney. That's my sister, right? And you know, I know this is a family show, but listen, I don't fuck around when it comes to Courtney. You understand what I mean? Listen, we have some real conversations up here. You understand what I mean? And I take this very seriously. But you listen. You only deserve the best. You only deserve what's good for you. And so, behind we won't give all the details.
We won't give all the details away. What we will say is, if I cut you, it's because Larenz told me to cut you. Just gonna say, okay, all right. So,
good. That's cool. I'll hear that. I'm cool with that.
Let's get into your question. So, tell the audience, how did you start playing Rashad Tate?
Oh wow. So we have to take it all the way back to Power, where my friendship with Omari Hardwick, who plays the incredible Ghost. No one could play Ghost as well as this man, Omari Hardwick. And we have worked together in the past and different things. And you know, Omari was always trying to find a way to get me on the show. We just didn't know. He was talking about there might be a brother, there might be certain things. You know, the truth of the matter is, when you and I met and we talked in 50, we all got together, we was trying to figure out how I can be on this show. I was telling 50 I want to be on the show. I shared with you that I wanted to be on the show. And you know, the character that I was originally casted to play was Terry Silver.
That is what, just so I explained to everybody, those of you who didn't watch Power. So Terry Silver was Ghost's criminal defense attorney, and he was also Tasha's love interest in season 4. Larenz was supposed to play Terry Silver. Okay, go. Sorry.
So I was like, and it didn't happen. I was working, I was producing a movie, I was doing a bunch of other stuff, and you know, production was gonna stop and wait for Larenz Tate. You know what I'm saying? This is the Power, you know, this is Courtney Kemp and 50 Cent and Omari Hardwick and everybody in Power. It was not about to wait for me, which I understood. And the role went away, but once I got done with my project, I reached out and I was telling Omari, I was telling 50, and obviously Courtney, I was like, I would love to come back in. I said, listen, Courtney, my agents and managers at the time said, nobody's on the phone with me. This is me calling you, trying to reach out. I would love to be a part of it in whatever capacity you want. I think I owe that to you. I owe that to all of you all. And you said, okay, well, I got something. I got a character that we're working on that is going soon. I'm thinking maybe in the future. You're like, nah, like super soon. And it's a politician. What do you think about playing a politician? I was like, I would love to. And you said, okay, so I have this really cool character, and you broke it down to me. And you also said, you know, I'm thinking his last name is going to be Tate. And I was like, yo, that's just fire. I'm in. That alone sold me. You know what I'm saying? So once I was able to you know, get that role, I just wanted to come in and land. And I didn't know what I was going to do, how involved I was going to be in it, because you guys were still sort of crafting everything. But it was just like, it was meant for me to do this. The Terry Silver was not meant for me. The universe said, that's not for you. And we did everything to try to play that role. I really wanted to play that role. We tried it, but the universe said, nah. You have to play this character. And I appreciate you, because this is something I haven't done before. I'm loving Rashad. Everything that, you know, that he's able to do. He's unapologetic. He's, as we all know, he's self-serving on so many different levels. He's far from who I am, but there's a little bit of LT in all the characters I play. There's certainly a little LT in Rashad. You know, especially when he flips that switch. There's he bullshit.
when we see a little O-Dog, just a tiny bit of O-Dog, just like sort of pop out, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Listen, O-Dog still lives. Don't get it twisted. Don't let this little taste fool y'all. Understand? it still lives there. And so to be able to have the wonderful story and the wonderful actors and the wonderful world to do what we do is so special. And this show has taken the culture and is part of the culture. I mean, Power, the universe is real, and the fact that Rashad is still thriving. I didn't think I was going to get past 4 episodes. You told me I thought I would come in for 1 episode. You was like, no, I got 4. And then I was doing some other things. You called me up again and said, listen, season 5 of Power. Of course, my team, I'm going to keep it real. At the time, the people were like, why are you doing Power? I was like, oh, y'all don't get it. You know what I'm saying? They didn't get it. And I'll keep it real with it because they didn't. I was like, nothing. For those who didn't get it that was working with me at the time, you know, they weren't the decision maker. At the end of the day, I'm the decision maker for what I do. And so I decided to come up.
Larenz, wait, Larenz, let me tell you something. Let me just say something for the audience too. So I've had that happen multiple times where I've approached actors to be on the show and their reps who aren't part of the culture have told them no, not to do Power, but to do something else that is more mainstream, to be sort of like 5 or 6 on the call sheet on like a mainstream show. Now it happens less now, but it definitely, during the run of Power, I would have to approach people and kind of fight with their reps and be like, you don't understand what this is doing in our culture for us, because people kept saying, oh, no, they should be a cop on like this broadcast show. And it's like, no, this is for us. This is for us, by us, as much as it can be, you know?
Absolutely. And that speaks to, you know, where we connected, because I totally understood that. As I say, I overstood it. I understand the movement and trying to tell our stories. And for me, I felt like, listen, I built my career telling our stories. And I've done a lot of television and projects that seem to be mainstream or things that, you know, that may have had a bigger light casted upon it. But I felt there was something super special about Power. And I was a fan. I was like, listen, that's cool. We're good. We work together as a team in terms of reps, but I'm not listening to y'all on this one. I'm not going to do that. And I made the decision. Now, they were happy when the checks started coming in. They had no problems with that.
Always. And by the way, when it's like, oh, and it became a series regular again. Oh, and now you have all this heat. Of course, it's always like that. But we as people of color always have to prove and show. It's always about show and prove and all that.
And when I called you and I said, listen, I want to do the show. This is me calling you. I said, I'm about that Black excellence for real, on some real shit. And I was like, yo, to have myself and Amari, to rock, I see what you and 50 are doing. That's Black excellence. No matter what the world is saying, it's what we know. And I was like, I'm with that. I'm with it. And yes, Black excellence is mainstream. Yes, Black excellence is global. It is what it is. And we're going to be continuously unapologetic about it. And it's okay, because our stories are global. Our stories are universal. And because we have, you know, stars or leads that look like you and I, doesn't mean it has to just be for a specific group. We're dealing with human stories. We're dealing with family. We're dealing with brotherhood. We're dealing with, you know, nuclear family, dysfunctional families. This thing is universal, right? And then you have characters who come in from all walks of life. And what you were able to do, as I recognize, to show New York in a way that how it truly is. I mean, if we start looking, you know, into this world, it's like, oh, there's a representation of everybody in here. And at the time, people didn't see that. The mainstream didn't see that. But
well, can I just say real quick, and that actually, when you say the mainstream didn't see it, I think one thing that people don't understand is how little recognition Amari has gotten. Like, he's gotten so little recognition for what he did in Power. Like, it is crazy to me. Like, I just, you know, if y'all are out there, hit the likes, because this is the reality, is that, you know, if Amari was doing this on a show that was considered mainstream, if we had been in the spotlight from the beginning, like, people would have really, you know, it would have been everywhere. And it's just it's heartbreaking to see, for me, how little people have taken that in, or have taken in what 50's done. because, you know, the power shows plus BMF, how many people of color he's put on screen, how many people, and then his other shows that aren't on Stars. Like, it's just, you know, I mean, we've been trying to do this out here.
You have shown how to do it, right? You know, all of you. Amari deserves all the accolades and the flowers because he's incredibly talented. He's incredibly gifted. He is a star, and he should be deemed as one and seen as one. But it's okay because we recognize him. We see him as the top. And so, as with you and 50, with 50 is just, you know, doing an incredible job in all the things that he's doing. And as you point out, you know, creating opportunities in a place where a lot of opportunities don't often happen for people who look like us, and to do it at a high level. Now, keep in mind that when we talk about this is qualified. You know, this is all quality. This is high quality, and you guys didn't early on. The shows didn't get the kind of recognition that it is gotten now, and a large part of that has to do with the fans. The people who support the show. That is what this was about. That's who really helps push this all through. Are the fans, the diehard fans and we thank you, because without the support of the audiences who felt like they were being represented, entertained, connected, you doing all of the things that you're doing, like your lives and communicating, people. Showrunners and creators don't really do what you're doing. They don't sit up and really try to connect with the audiences. It's because we care.
It's because we care. That's absolutely right. That's why I do this, because it's because I care. All right, I'm going to ask you one last question. Well, actually two. Real quick. Okay, so the first one, because it's a behind the scenes thing. Who is your favorite person to work with on Ghost? Now, we know about O, because that's your homie, right? But like, who's your favorite person to do scenes with on Ghost?
No question, Lamar Tate.
I walked right into that one, right? I love and you can't answer any other way, right?
I can't answer it any other way. And I want to say thank you for writing Lamar onto the show and bringing him in. I mean, what better person to play Kamal than my own brother, who was fantastic. And you didn't even blink when we were trying to figure out who was going to play my brother. And, you know, when I said, oh, but Lamar, you were like, done. It makes all the sense in the world. Totally get it. So, and Lamar loves you. He says thank you so much. And our families, you have no idea what you've done. Our families from Chicago to LA, around the country, have been waiting for Lamar and I to do something. We didn't know it was going to be this, and you made that happen. It is a special thing to the Tate family, and to my other side of the family is the West family. It is such a huge thing what you have done, and an impact for all of our family and our friends who've been asking, when are y'all going to do something? Courtney Kemp made that happen. And
I appreciate that, but I have to say also that Lamar is a great actor on his own. Like, it's not just about putting him in the show. It's also because the thing is, when we brought that in for 614, because that's an important thing. If you guys go back and watch Power 614, you needed somebody with that weight. You know what I mean? You needed that weight to be able to be there.
Thank you.
So, all right, and then one last question, because I do have to get back to all of these questions. You know, I have so many. But one last question for you, which is, what has been your favorite scene to play this season?
My favorite scene to play? Oh wow, I had a few of them. Oh my gosh. I like the scene between myself. I'm gonna do one of them with Michael Rainey Jr. There's a couple of them. One when he shows up for the first time, and we're celebrating Kamal becoming a detective, and he just sort of shows up and says that he's my nephew. That was one of my favorite scenes to play. And also just this one, past one in the bathroom stall. You know what I'm saying? In the bathroom stall, because Tate is so adamant about 0 games to be played. You know what I mean? And Tariq just keeps going on this roller coaster with him, and it was really nice to be able to do that, and then to go into the to the courtroom, and basically sell my brother out. You know what I mean? What can I say?
Hey, listen. Rashad does what's good for Rashad. Rashad does what's good for Rashad. Everybody else will be cool with it. They'll get it. It'll be fine. It'll be okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm gonna get back to answering some questions for the folks because I know that they have a lot of things to say.
Yes.
But I definitely appreciate you hanging in there with my technical difficulties. I love you, and we will be together quite soon, my friend.
Yes, we will. I love you dearly. Y'all.
I love you too.
All right.
Hi to the wife and kids.
Thank you. I will. I'll let them know. God bless.
Okay. Bye.
See ya.
Okay.